Hello everybody, this is Maniac for Bricks, and I am here today at BrickFair, New Jersey, 2016, from the Garden Slug table. This is a quick panoramic of what is around my area where my mocks are displayed. And there are some other mocks around in other places, but here's just my table. So, today we are looking at the event kit. This is an exclusive build with lots of different parts. I have not counted how many parts, and I have not given a piece count. So, keep that in mind for the video. This is something that is available for exhibitors only, so it's an exclusive, as I mentioned, that is based around the theme for this year, Myths and Legends, and it was released in 2016. As far as price goes, you could kind of say I paid for it. You see, as an exhibitor, you do have a registration fee, so you can't just sign up and then attend the event for free and display stuff. It usually costs somewhere between $60 to $75 for registration. But with that, you get this whole bag full of goodies. And this is actually the page in the program that lists all of those things. But I'll talk more about all these things in a separate video, in a haul that should be linked in the description below. Now, for this model, it does not list who created it, so I'm sorry, but I cannot give the description or any sort of credit to the artist or designer. There is a small disclaimer in here as well. New Jersey, our last event of the year, sometimes suffers shortages. If you find animals in your goodie bag, such as a horse, doe, or snake, then your event kit is incomplete. We're sorry, and we've included those extra parts to compensate. I have heard of other people getting horses, but as you can see by my pile right here, these are all the pieces laid out. I have not received any sort of Lego animal, and instead I've received a large pile of various bricks. There is nothing that's listed in the instructions about what to do with these, so I decided to take a whole bunch of them and build this tree. I'll figure out something else with the rest of these pieces at a later time. And the instructions are actually sent to exhibitors through text messaging system, and it is a link that is on BrickFair, but I don't think it's a public access link. I'll check more about that when the video goes live, but we'll see more later. So this is the build, and I do have incomplete parts of the build. For example, there are supposed to be a few 1x2 tiles on the top pillar, and some dark tan 6x6 wedge plates, around kind of like corner round plates that should be around here. That's also why this pile is sitting on the side, because these are pieces that are supposed to be in here, but I have nothing to attach them to at the moment. So, this is the assembly. And this is based around the Myths and Legends theme for this BrickFair year. So, it's actually very appropriate. You have sort of this adventurer, kind of a video game really, style of it, where you could first of all have someone that's either dressed as a swordsman, or they can be dressed as an archer. And we'll get more into the minifigure right now. Basically, it just has a double-sided face. A lot of standard parts, pretty easy to put together. I also find it interesting that you actually have to put the arms, or the hands, onto the minifigure just because they came separately in the package. And you do put the shield together, it's very nice looking. I also like how it's kind of a silver color, kind of like the sword. And the face on the front is actually pretty nice as well, for the adventurer look. You also have a small map here, and you also have a couple other accessories like this. I'm presuming that's a heart piece. Maybe, again, it's going with the video game style of fantasy. But there's also this really nice statue, and there's also a treasure chest back here. This would be your objective for getting to this point. Inside of here, it looks like a grappling hook. So I guess the creator of this, or the designer of this, was heavily inspired by Legend of Zelda. Because these are all elements I definitely identify with that game. You know, having a heart collector, the hook shot, and having these interchangeable accessories. So, there's really not much as far as the playability of this kit, but it does have a lot of nice features, just details. For example, this is probably my favorite part about it, this assembly by itself, the statue. It has some very nice detail, and it uses pieces in a very interesting way, mostly using those Erling bricks, or headlight bricks per se, and turning them sideways, even having some of the arm attachments on, and you have this red piece in the back. I assume maybe this statue can come to life, and this would be the spot to hit it to, deactivate it. Well, I don't know. That's up to your imagination. But it still looks like a very nice statue on its own just to put to the side. It might even be a nice chess piece. So, there's also this pillar, which is also a separate assembly. And despite the missing tiles on the top, it actually does have some nice style to it. I like the pieces that are put in between the middle, and also has those studs in between the other studs attachment. I don't know if there's an official name for it, but it does look very nice. And it's also nice to have a little bit more of the foliage to show how much it is worn over time. And here's the rest of the area. So you have a nice staircase to lead up to this area, staircase to lead up to here. So definitely has a bit of adventuring involved. The rest of the MOC around here, I'm just going to call it a MOC for now. This kit basically just has a lot of stone pieces that are used throughout. A lot of the 1x2 masonry bricks, or profile bricks, however you want to name them. There is one thing that's a little bit of a downside of this, other than having incomplete pieces. If you look very carefully right by the staircase, you might get a little hint of blue. And it's a little hard to see here, so let me just get focus. You can kind of see a little bit of blue through the staircase. It does cover up very nicely, but the tile there covers up nicely, but you still get a little bit of it coming through. That's basically because there are a few tan and kind of medium azure pieces that are used underneath the staircase so that it just, eliminates the parts and makes it actually a lot easier to build. So it's a very interesting little assembly. I think it's fine for what's here. I would have appreciated getting all the parts, obviously, but I think if I just take this part off on the front, this would still be a nice display piece. A nice little adventure area. You could even still have this as a great parts pack. Some people who receive this have already used it for just the parts themselves, and not really for the assembly part, as you see here. So I'm just changing this guy up to make him an archer, and there you have him. So it looks pretty good, and it's a nice little thing. Like I said before, I think these assemblies by themselves look great as their own, separate pieces. And in fact, this might be a nice idea to start for a chess series, like if you had figures of that scale. And this pillar would also be something nice to have in multiples, so you could create some nice ruins, some kind of background. So thanks for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this look at a custom model. Thanks for watching again. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. What do you think I can make out of these pieces? I actually did try to play around with the yellow and orange ones for a bit, and I was starting to make a duck face, but it was a little bit slanted. It didn't really go too far. But still nice that I was able to build a tree out of this. We'll see you next time with more LEGO videos, and you can also check out some other custom stuff that is on the channel on our own playlist. If you want to see more about BrickFair, just simply search up Maniac 4 Bricks, BrickFair, and you should be able to find a bunch of different videos, or at least vlogs, that are talking about BrickFair. I had one just recently uploaded, so you shouldn't miss that one. Thanks for watching again. We'll see you next time with more LEGO videos. Nice zoom in. Get a little depth. I don't know, I'm just playing around. Woo. See you at BrickFair.